This is weird. I think I'm doing all of this through OBS, which isn't... I mean, it's coming across. This is great. Huh. Very strange. Okay, well, sign into chat. Hi, chat. All right, well, that worked. Okay, things have changed. It's been a while since I've done this, so I apologize for things being a little weird, but yeah, the storms are out there, and it has been a while. Let's see, Jilly Bean was first with Yo, love it. Jilly Bean. Hi, Samuel. Good evening, John. Dee Dee, good to see you. Jacob, more rain. Yeah, pretty good chance of it. There's some severe storms out there, too. It has been a while. Let's see. What's so strange, though? YouTube Studio isn't working for me, but OBS Studio is. Can you guys hear me? Is everything all right? Hi there, Cindy. Hi, Haunted. I'm gonna make sure something here. Yeah, loud and clear. Okay. All right. This is working. This is just a different way of for me to do it. We do have severe weather down here. Okay, so there's Lincoln. Right there. This cell right here is severe. There's Nelson, Superior, Red Cloud, Blue Hill. So right in between, near that Highway 78. So let me see. Kind of want to know a little bit of rotation. Just, I mean, see that little squiggly or this right here? It's not perfect. That's why there's no warning on it. But there's, I mean, little bit of rotation. Just a little. Not a lot, but a little bit. There is sort of thunderstorm watch until 11 p.m. has been dwindled and cut. It's more. Look at that. Goes. I want to measure that. About 250 miles worth of a watch, but it's mostly for that swath through Kansas and south central Nebraska. But there's your. I mean, you got a couple of good clusters here. You got that there, that near Red Cloud, that one, and then this one right here. Oops. Nothing in Lincoln yet, but it's coming, because this is all kind of moving like this. So anyway, feels like a return to May. I wish. Well, I don't know. That's a hard one because it was a rough, severe weather season. I don't want to redo that. Hi, Kevin, Cherokee. If it rains tonight here in Bellevue, I'm going to get up and watch. That's what I would do. What time will it make it to the Lincoln area? This next round, probably within the hour. Probably around 8 o'clock or so. Hi there, Cameron. Just got a reminder that we're not scheduled to go on air for our 10 o'clock show because of the NFL. I love the NFL. I love football. I have several fantasy football leagues, but it makes me get home late. So heads up to my kids if they're listening, which I know my daughter is. I'm not sure if my son is. I'll be home late tonight. Well, there was an update. Let's see what this update is. I think they just kind of trimmed down the warning. Severe thunderstorm warning for Knuckles and Webster until 7:30. Quarter-size hail. It's moving northeast at 30 miles an hour. So okay. Thanks, Jillian. I had a feeling he was doing VR tonight, which is fine. That's how he hangs out with his friends. I used to go hang out with my friends, but he's able to do it virtually, which is awesome. I wish I had that as a kid. Oh, will it intensify? Maybe a little bit. I mean, that's kind of what's happening here. Little intensification. This, I mean, as they move north and east, it's not going to intensify much more, but it's, you know, just enough. Hi there, Naomi. Why does this not go away? Boop. Yeah, I think I did all of this through OBS, which is kind of crazy. I didn't know I could do that. Anyway, I play video games with my friends and chat with them online. Yeah, you know what's weird is I remember doing that when I was upper 20s. It was when Xbox first came out with like that Gold Pass or whatever. Buddy of mine and me would play golf, like PGA Tour or some sort of golf on Xbox, and we were able to talk to each other. And that was really cool. I really enjoyed that. But this is, I mean, a whole nother level with the VR and everything else. Yeah, the severe weather threat is still out there. It's just, I think it's starting to dwindle. It's 7:20. There's your severe thunderstorm watch. It's wet, that's all that matters. Yeah, there was some nice rain. Let's look outside. Hang on a sec. Let's look at a couple of different things here. I want to look at the Allo Cam because that's usually a good one. God, I can't believe it's dark already. 7:24 and it's dark. Ugh. That's what I hate about this time of year. And then the time changes pretty soon. And then it's going to be like 5 o'clock and it's dark. It's the only thing I hate about winter. I mean, I don't like to be cold either. Let's see. Kayla, yes. Severe weather is less likely. The storms are more likely. This is not a... I'll get this out of the way, and I'll probably have to repeat it maybe a few times. Those who are a little jumpy about severe weather because of the severe weather season we had, this isn't an all-out outbreak. This is just maybe one or two severe storms, and when I say severe, barely. We're talking about 60 mile per hour wind gusts, maybe. Quarter-size hail, maybe. It's very, I mean, this is the very lower limits of severe weather. You're not going to have 100 mile per hour winds. You're not going to have baseball-size hail. No tornado threat is small. It's not zero, but I mean, it's not going to be a big, dangerous bam of a tornado. It's just going to be minimal. So don't worry, it's all good. This is more of just a strong storm, not a severe storm. And if we do see severe storms, I've seen quarter-size hail reports. I haven't even seen reports of the quarter-size hail. I've just that's what it'll be warned for, like 1 inch in diameter and 60 mile per hour wind gusts, and that's probably about it. So no worries there. Let's see. Yeah, the rain has been good. I'm not excited for winter, but I'm excited for the lack of severe weather. Okay, I'm going to Sorry, I got stuck there. I wanted to find rainfall totals. Here's this for everybody in Lincoln. Rainfall potential through 9 p.m. See, it tapers off after midnight. So for Lincoln. Any more precipitation forecasted for October? Yes, I have some towards the very end of October. I can show you that real quick. It's a while. I mean, you've got a lot of dry days coming. It's the middle of next week, so the 30th and 31st storms are possible. That usually brings in colder air too. Halloween is the cutoff date. That's usually when we flip the switch to winter. If not Halloween, it's usually pretty darn close. Let's see, I wanted to see how much rain we've gotten so far. Sorry, I gotta flip through all of my things here. There it is. It's not a lot. I mean, you're looking at 3100ths in Holdridge, 35 in Lincoln and Hebron, 1/10 of an inch in Beatrice, and basically Fremont. So, I mean, it hasn't been a ton of rain, but it's been nice. And there's some spots that have been seeing the heavier rain. I mean, when you look at this swath right there, that's probably pretty close to an inch or two. This over here is close to an inch. These spots right here, there's spots that are 1/2 an inch to 3/4 of an inch. This is pretty cool though. Look at this. Kind of hard to see. I'll kind of draw some lines here. Oh, geez. Hang on. So this is kind of got a little swirl going on right here. And this is the definition of a low pressure system. This is an upper level low, which means the low pressure is kind of high up in the atmosphere, and it's creating these waves of showers and thunderstorms. So this is cool. This is, I mean, just classic. Let's see. We have been too dry to do stormwater testing. I have literally missed an entire quarter without testing due to the drought. Not entirely sure what that means, but yeah, it's been a dry couple of months. Those spots always dissipate before they get to Fremont, always. Isn't that funny that people in other cities think that happens to them too? Lincoln is 100% behind thinking that there's something stopping precipitation. It rained all day today, but they still think there's something stopping the precipitation. Omaha thinks they have something stopping the precipitation from getting to their city. Fremont thinks they have something stopping the precipitation coming through their area. It just, I mean, there's nothing there. It's just when you have more people in one spot, they all notice things. So, I mean, that the precipitation dissipating before it gets to the middle of Holt County, that happens too. Just there's nobody there to notice it. It happens everywhere. It happens. It's just when there's people in areas, they think it happens more often because they talk about it. And yeah, remember that? Remember this? It's like snow during boys state basketball. People think it snows every single year for boys state basketball, and it doesn't. I've done the research, it doesn't, but people remember it very well, and they keep thinking about that time that it did snow that one time. So it's kind of the same thing. It's the weather genie. 1/4 of an inch, Jamie, cool. Yeah, it's amazing. It just, I wonder if there's a way to do some sort of paper or some sort of research on, and there's not, because everybody's different on what people think happens versus what doesn't happen. Because I mean, people think that Lincoln is immune to tornadoes because of some mythical thing, and Lincoln's been hit by tornadoes many times. So I don't understand why they think that's a thing. Expecting any severe weather in Omaha tonight? If I'm not, but if something does happen, it would be minimal. 1 inch in diameter hail, if that, and maybe some gusty winds, 40, 50, maybe 60 miles an hour. Grand Island thought they were immune to severe weather until the night of the tornadoes, night of the twisters. And 8 of them hit. They don't say that anymore because they know. Omaha, I don't know why Omaha thinks they're immune, because they got hit hard back in like the 1930s. That's probably why, because it was too long ago. People don't think of that as present day Omaha. But Grand Island, they know. Let's see. What did I want to show? Let's look at the Cape. There is almost, oh, there it is. I was going to say, there's no instability. But there really isn't. So what this is showing you, when you look for instability, you're looking for these, see up here, if you get any kind of color like the oranges and reds and purples, then you're going to see some pretty strong storms. We're seeing very low instability, and it's for central and eastern and western Nebraska. So even though there's these stronger cells here and they're moving north and east towards Lincoln, towards Omaha, towards Columbus, they're running into a stable air mass, so they'll hold on, but there's nothing there to get them going any stronger than they already are. So let's see if there's a cap. And there's not really a cap either. So there's just, this is a weird time of year where once storms get going on for whatever reason, there's usually not enough to really get them on the strong side. I mean, it can happen. It has happened, but more often than not, when you see storms like this, they usually just stay as, this strong. So they're all going to be moving like this, because that's kind of the spin in the atmosphere right now. But are they going to get stronger? Let's see, where are those stronger cells moving to? They're moving northeast, basically east-northeast. So kind of like this. So yeah, Omaha is probably going to get some rain. The severe threat is, again, minimal, very minimal. In fact, let's take a look at the latest update on that so I can show you what I'm talking about. So this is your minimal, marginal, your lowest up here, your lowest, your level 1. And Omaha's not even in it. Omaha's on the outer edge of that. So Omaha, Nebraska City, Falls City, probably not going to see any severe weather. Lincoln, Beatrice, maybe some marginally severe hail, like maybe 1 inch in diameter, a couple of wind gusts. That would be it. This is your area of main concern tonight, and even that is starting to dwindle. Just want a nice, slow, soaking rain. You and me both. You and me both. Manufacturing. You are required to test what is in your stormwater runoff. These tests tell the water limits of zinc. Oh, okay. Cool. That's interesting, Carl. That's I would love to know more about that someday. DD, heard from a friend up in Omaha that before the rain started, they had some high wind kicking up a bunch of dust. I was due to an outflow boundary from the storms that were in south central and southeast Nebraska. Picked up a lot of wind. Let's see. Chris says, as a water well driller, I'm always curious as to how the projections lie and ultimately play out. Did your snowfall forecast from last week include rain in the southeastern area for totals? No. All I did with that was I looked at what the normals are and kind of took an educated guess looking at past circumstances, past snowfall events, past years, seasons, compared to what we had. And this was a really weird year to kind of decipher. because it was a really rainy, nice, soaking wet first half of the spring, and then it just dried up. So what does that mean for the winter? Usually it doesn't mean much, but things tend to even out. So that's why I think we're going to see a little more snow than average. But no, I didn't account for rainfall. Half an inch to 3/4 of an inch. Hope severe weather is done after today. Yeah, me too. I mean, we could use the rain. So if you have to put up with just minor severe weather chances, I'm okay with that. The wind and rain is really bringing the leaves down. Oh, huge ash about 2 blocks away that's shedding bushels of leaves. That was before the rain. Funny you say that. We just moved. We moved into a different part of Lincoln, and the house we sold has a huge ash tree in the backyard. And I'm assuming that backyard is completely full of leaves now. God, I used to spend days cleaning up those leaves. Oh, it was such a... So anyway, this is really nice, good. Love this kind of rainfall. So this wave right here is going to move into the Lincoln area. I mean, it's sporadic. You look at this right here, and then these waves right here. Nothing is severe right now, but there's just pockets of precipitation, and they're all just kind of moving like this. What part of Lincoln now then? Ooh, I missed it. What are you asking about there, Chris? I'm not sure what you're asking. You'll have to be a little more specific. Sorry. Clearing that out. Oh, what part of Lincoln? Oh, where do I live now? Further southeast, like on the very southeastern edge of town. So I'm not too far from our old house, but it's still a different part of town. Try something here. Appreciate that, Chris. 51 watching. See, here's the problem. I need to sign in. I'm trying to sign in. It's been so long since I've done a live YouTube, a YouTube live. Jeez, I can't even say it right. That I'm not seeing what I used to see. So I'm trying to figure something out here. One moment, please. S'il vous plaît. Okay, hang on. What? Is that right? Okay. As it gets later, will it all dry up or continue to weaken? Kayla, you're really worried about this, aren't you? And I understand why. I just hope you know that not every bout of thunderstorms is going to be the be all end all. These are nothing severe right now. They're just going to kind of marginally waver up and down. We might see some small hail, might see some gusty winds, but that's about it. So they will. It's all eventually going to move east into Iowa. So you're going to get some thunderstorms. It's not going to be bad. Let's see. We need a wet winter. I agree, but I don't know if I want a wet winter. It's okay, Kayla. I'm just trying to bring you off the ledge. Let's see. Huh. Appreciate that, Chris. I did work with Ken for 10 years, so. Let's see. North side of Lincoln, barely any rain. We moved here a year ago, and it's amazing how different Lincoln is on all four sides. Yeah, it is. That's true. That is very true. Yeah, that's what I figured. PTSD from April. You're not alone. You're not alone. So now you think every storm is going to be the worst, and it's not. That one storm in April probably won't happen again for another 20 years, because the last time it happened was Hallam. And hasn't, I mean, there's been some very bad storms, but something like that, once every 20, 25 years. Doesn't mean it can't happen again soon, but again, it does not happen very often, especially in the same place. At what time can we expect the storms at Omaha? I mean, this storms is a relative term. I don't think you're going to see any severe storms, but thunderstorms will start to move in probably in the next hour and a half. Oh shoot, I think I just closed something. Hang on. Oh, I can't see my shoot. Docs. Let's see. Stats. No. Oh, there it is. There it is. Cool. Appreciate that, Chris. Very nice. Boy, yeah. YMCA basketball. That was probably several years ago when my son was doing that. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed coaching basketball with his team. That was fun for a while. But he kind of lost interest. Like, okay, that's fine. No, yeah, Lincoln's dry right now, but there's that line coming through. And we're going to get a little line here that's through Wilbur, Seward, Crete, and then another line. It seems like it's not holding together very well, which is fine. I mean, we don't need all the rain right now, but we need more of these. Oh, geez. Can you explain the Lincoln Bowl effect to us? Lots of guys explain this weather as outside the bowl or tornado don't hit because of the bowl. Yeah, I was just most people talk about it and think about it as a dome. It's nonsense. It's a reason. People need a reason to explain why sometimes rain just doesn't make it to Lincoln, just like we saw Fremont one earlier. Omaha thinks they have one. Every town thinks, mainly cities, because there's more people that live in cities. They all think something is over or under or around the town. I've heard domes, I've heard power lines, I've heard ancient burial grounds, I've heard river valleys or valleys move. It's all crap. It really is. It's just people need a reason to explain why sometimes storms just don't make it to their yard. And the main reason is meteorological. And there's all kinds of dynamics involved in why a storm either gets stronger or gets weaker. It's not because it runs into something in town. It happens, and it happens everywhere. It doesn't just happen in Lincoln or Omaha, or, I mean, we were just talking about that. Grand Island, for the longest time, thought they had something keeping storms from hitting them until the night of the Twisters, when 8 tornadoes plowed through their city. Lincoln has been hit numerous times by tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds, obviously. The Arbor Day tornadoes plowed into the Omaha area. They still think they have something protecting them, and it's just crap. They want to think it's something, but there's nothing. There's nothing there. It's science, and people, if they don't understand something, they make something up that they can understand, that's easy to understand. It's kind of like, I saw a meme. Somebody said that somebody came up with burning witches because they didn't understand women, so they called them witches instead and burned them at the stake because they didn't understand. So people are afraid of what they don't understand, and that's what they do. So people make stuff up to explain what they don't understand, and that's where the dome and the bowl or whatever, that's where that came from. It's just people not understanding the science. Beatrice thought they had a tornado dome until 98. There you go. I like the memes, the Omaha. Yeah, I've been anti-dome, anti-bowl, because I'm afraid people are going to believe that and think that they're safe in Lincoln or Omaha or wherever that claims that they have something keeping storms away. And then a huge tornado one day may come through that town or city, and people are not going to be prepared, and then people die. And that's why I will, even as I know a lot of people in jest like to make fun of it and have fun with it, and I get that, but I can't do that in good as a meteorologist, because people could die. So I don't like to talk. I don't like to further that myth. I try to debunk it the best I can. Let's see. Well, we're not really seeing much of anything here. And even this line, that line right there, really weakening. I mean, there's just a little bit of pink shown up there, and that's it. So, yep, Chris is absolutely right. Stay alert, follow the reports, and those reporting, it can happen anywhere, anytime. And it has. But we're starting to see things. Let's see, just got back from Grand Island from Giltner, and I had to pull over. It was raining so hard. Lots of very sharp lightning. That's awesome, though. I mean, we really, really needed this. Look at all that lightning, though. And that low pressure center is probably about, boy, it's hard to tell zoomed in. Hang on. You know what? I think that low pressure center is right there. That right there. So your stronger storm, what happens here? I'm going to zoom in. So that's the center of your low right there. Now the stronger part, let's see, is along the cold front. And then you've got the warm front over here, which usually isn't as strong, depending on the setup, actually. But this center of this low is going to be moving like this, dragging that cold front with it. So, let's see. I don't think anything is stopping the rain here. I just think it's interesting to watch the radar and the spots just open up to go around us. Yep, see, everybody thinks that. And it doesn't matter where you're at. That happens everywhere. Storms just, that's how they naturally progress. And when you have a lot of people watching, when you have like Omaha or Lincoln, hundreds of thousands of people, and they see that happen, they think, oh my God, it's happening to us again, when in reality it happens with just about every single storm that happens. So it's not just your area, it's just what storms do. I hope that makes sense. Let's see. Tornado warnings of Xmas a few years ago. Yeah, it can happen. I'm a safety official, so I can appreciate the crap. Thank you. We moved from Tennessee, where we get hill jumpers, tornadoes that said worse than myth. There's no sirens. I'm glad y'all have them. Huh? Does that frontal rotation work like hurricanes, where the northwest? It's actually the northeastern. It's, when you're spinning like this, it's when it comes up like this. That's the eastern and the northeastern quadrant is usually the worst of it. So, yeah, I know what you're saying, but yeah, that's and it depends on the direction of the center of the eye, whichever way that's going. Is it, it's you take the direction of it, and it's usually the upper right hand corner where the strongest storms are at. Glow shorts. Good to see ya. How was VR? I wonder if I can. No. Oh. It was pretty silly. Well, that's all right. Okay. It is weird, though, that people, and I hate to keep harping on this, people thinking storms just magically evaporate when they come to their town. I mean, if you're in Lincoln and you look for it, you're going to be able to find it. Like right now, look at Lincoln, okay? See how this line is weakening as it gets to Lincoln? It's not because of Lincoln. It's because there's nothing to sustain that line. Now over here, there is. So Sutton's seeing some storms. But let's find another one. Columbus, the storms are weakening by the time it gets to Columbus. Is there something in the way? No, it's just how it happens. How about over here? Look at this. Grand Island, storms kind of weakened. Nothing in the way, it's just happening. Beatrice, that storm was pretty strong until it got towards Beatrice. Uh-oh, is there a force field around Beatrice? No, it's just what happens. Let's see. So Helene has it on the western side with a higher it's east. East is where the wind, because it spins like this, it spins counterclockwise. So what's pushing up pushes more. Coming down pushes away from the coast. So it's the eastern side. Any thoughts on winter moisture? I think at or just above average for winter moisture. That was my YouTube that I had a while ago. It did smell good. I'd want to go outside and just smell things for a while. So let's see. Decent lines showing up here, though. I mean, it's this right there. It's just a line, nothing severe about it, lots of lightning. This is just a good old-fashioned thunderstorm now. But this is all moving kind of like this. And it'll be out of here by the overnight. I mean, it's by the time midnight rolls around, that'll probably be it. Let's see, who's playing? Tampa Bay versus Baltimore. Tampa Bay's winning 10-7 with 10.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Faster this game goes, the better. Let's see. Seen several people mowing lawns today. Knew it was going to rain a bit. Yeah, I had a lot of people asking me this morning. I'm in a bowling league Monday mornings, and almost all of them were asking. Hey, Chris, cool. Jillian, W in the chat. How do I like it? Oh, shoot. Dang it. Appreciate it, Chris. Very cool. When will the rain hit Eagle? Pretty soon. Any chance of a tornado in Omaha tonight? Where's who's asking me about that? Kayla, are you still here? Because you're not alone. Taylor's worried about it too. No, Taylor, there's not. Tampa's up 10-7. Great game. Is it? Talking to a friend of mine that said that Baltimore was going to be, that he thought Baltimore was going to be in the Super Bowl this year. We'll see. I have to text my daughter every time anybody donates something. I always have to tell her, because this is the ice cream fund. If there any money that is given here, straight to the ice cream fund for my daughter. There's Kayla. Kayla, Kayla. And I get it. Again, I was telling Kayla earlier that the being afraid of tornadoes in Omaha is, PTSD. Hang on. Oh, I think they canceled more of the watch. Yeah, everything's kind of winding down. I want to look at that, the watch. Let's see. And, yep, the watch is gone. Okay. Cool. KC versus the Niners. Yeah. What does ice cream go for? My daughter said that she's listening to music, so tell the chat that I said W in the chat. Ice cream, I mean, it doesn't. I mean, we get a couple ice cream cones, or usually a Blizzard. Those are like $5 a piece, but whatever. Thanks again, Chris. I appreciate it. Now I'll get something for both of my kids. That's we'll go out this weekend. Why does it feel like it should be Friday already? It's only Monday. Okay. Thank you. My daughter really needs to know. Yeah, we're definitely going on. Oh, you know what's Zesto's, I think, is closing for the season soon. I need to go to Zesto's. Yeah, Taylor, your biggest fear, I know. It's, and like I was telling, thank you, Chris. That's 5. Perfect. Thank you very much. I was telling Kayla that storm that hit Omaha earlier this year, once every 20, 25 years, something like that happens. I mean, the last time was Hallam, and now, then it was west of Omaha. I mean, it doesn't happen that often. So I know once it happens, you get a little post-traumatic stress disorder from it, and perfectly understandable. But it doesn't happen very often, especially in October. It can happen, but unless I'm sitting here talking about ice cream, and W's in the chat, and Dairy Queen, and so if I was really concerned, I wouldn't even be talking on the chat. I'd be really talking up what's happening, and really it's just, these are good old-fashioned thunderstorms. They really are. So Dairy Queen at the intersection of South and Normal has great deals when it closes for the season. That's my favorite one, and that was I took my kids there this summer for the ice cream, when we got a decent ice cream fun. and had some blizzards. It was great. Hallam was scary. I drove through it as it went through Wilbur and had no clue it was a tornado. Just thought it was a dust storm. Wow, that's scary. That's really scary. Naomi, what are you doing? Goodness, all kinds of emojis. Went to Yogurtini, got 2 daggum froyo for wife, and I $35. Inflation is real here in Lincoln, along with taxes. Geesh. Okay. I love the discounted ice cream cakes and dilly bars. Hey, that's a solid idea. Solid. You know, winter's near when the ice cream shops are closing down. I always love it in the spring when they start to open up, though. Favorite time of year. And I love a good dilly bar. And ice cream cakes. Just deleting a couple of things here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the severe threat's basically gone. Didn't last very long. I mean, the chance was there, and we did see some severe storms, but it didn't last very long. Mike Evans out. Boy, you know how easy it is to get hurt in the NFL? Just happens so easy. I mean, those, God, can't imagine. The average lifespan of an NFL player is like 2 years. Remember when players used to last like 10 or 15 years? Not the case anymore. So this is pretty cool. I mean, if you look at this, goes around, and then around, and then around, and whoop, just like that. Good night, Gordon. A little late in this year for these storms. Quite the show. Jeff, I would agree with you, but I will also disagree with you. I mean, it's a little late in October. There's usually some point where there's blizzard warnings on one side of the state and tornado warnings on the other side of the state. We haven't done that yet. And it always happens usually around this time of year. There's always a second period of severe weather in Nebraska. There's that first, May, June, and then September and October. So it is late October. It is getting a little late, but we are within that window. And I'm still waiting for that blizzard on one side, severe weather on the other side to happen. And it may not happen this year, but it usually does. And that may happen around Halloween. Culver's has the best frozen custard. Yeah. You're right. Solid. Helping out with the comments for your YouTube channel. Oh, does that help? I didn't know. The more likes and interactions on your lives helps push it out to more people. Naomi, you rock. Thank you. That's very cool. You do you then, by all means. Scoops. I do like Scoops. There's a place over for ice cream over on Van Dorn and 70th and Van Dorn. They have a couple others, I think, one or two others. There's some places downtown. Zesto's, more local the better. I mean, Dairy Queen's good. Culver's is good, but that's not really local. So I got a question for you, chat. Do you think this would be helpful when like a winter storm is coming? Like if there's a winter storm crossing the Midwest, is that something, I mean, like right now, this is just storms, thunderstorms, potential for severe weather, but that makes sense, but it only lasts a couple hours. If I do winter storms, that's like, that could take a long time. Maybe I just do it during, its peak. Maybe I'll do that. Like, follow, comment, and subscribe. That would be awesome. Got some things in the offing too. I've got some. It's going to be a while, probably 6 months or so, but we're working on some things. It's going to be fun. Cool. Okay. Appreciate that, Dee Dee. That's probably what I'll do. Yeah, Chris, I agree. I think what I'll probably do is a 1-2 punch with winter weather. Like I'll do what the models are saying, and I did that last year, and it seemed to work out really well. Where I would just go through all the different models, like the different. I wasn't as comfortable doing it with a YouTube live, but now I would be in a heartbeat. And I've kind of got you guys to hang out with me. So maybe I'll do that for severe winter weather. The snowfall potential, and then when the storm's actually hitting, I think that would be helpful. And if there's any severe weather. Good. Okay. All right, kids. I think chat. I think that'll probably do it for tonight. Everything's just kind of dying down a little bit. So enjoy the rain. Enjoy the thunder if it happens. There's still some lightning out there, quite a bit of it. So we're not quite done yet. If something ramps back up, I'll let everybody know. But yeah, I agree, Cameron and Chris. Makes sense. Okay, we'll do that. All right, so thanks everybody. Chris, thank you very much for the earlier stuff. And we'll talk to everybody soon. Bye.